Well, let's hope I'm live. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another live stream, another watch along. Love doing these. This is Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez for the 140 pound title. I'm very excited for this fight. Big American super fight. And we'll see how it goes. I have Shakur winning this fight, but if Teo pulls it off, how could I be mad? So we still have Boots versus not Boots, Shushu versus Castro, and then Keyshawn Davis versus Ortiz before we get to the main event. But decided to live stream a bit early because why not? We'll be up for a while, and that's okay. What's up, Anthony? Glad to have you in the chat. Glad to have you watching. Hopefully I'm not muted either. Okay. I think it's a 50-50 fight, but I got Shakur. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely a close fight. And I basically agree with that. I do have Shakur winning. I've been saying Shakur would win since the fight was announced, since the fight was rumored. I did a fight prediction and preview. I said Shakur will win by unanimous decision, just by being off the back foot, countering Teo as he comes in. But it's definitely a close fight. I won't be surprised if Teo somehow pulls it off. Because Teo's Teo. He beat Loma. He beat Josh Taylor. It is what it is. Jamie, what's up? How's it going? Very good. Not a bad day today. Good day of fights. We had Josh Kelly beat Bachram earlier. We have UFC. We have Xander Zayas fighting. We have a good card here tonight. A funny moment earlier with Jarrell Miller getting his hair knocked off. I just can't sleep on Teo. I don't blame it. I mean, Teo rises to the occasion. When he's fighting good opponents, he does good. Let me plug in my microphone, get better quality. Hopefully it sounds a little better. Let's add the poll to the chat. So yeah, I'm hoping it's not a boring fight. I think it will be a boring fight. It's two counterpunchers. Someone's going to have to be the aggressor, and the person who's going to be the aggressor is going to be sacrificing a lot. I think it's going to be Teo having to be the aggressor, and if Teo is the aggressor, I could just see him getting countered. You know, like knocking the legs off a spider one by one all night. And I just think that's how it's going to go. Someone needs to be the aggressor, and the aggressor is probably going to lose. I'm sorry. We'll see. But I'm just going to be chilling. We're in round 9 of Carrington versus Castro. It seems like a pretty close fight. I was watching some of it. And speaking of that, wow. Carrington just knocked Castro down. Let's see if Castro gets up. He does not look like it. No, he's trying to get up. They called it off. Wow. That's funny. As soon as I was talking about that fight, he hit him with like a 2 to 3 punch combo. Sent him down. Okay. I mean, that was a must-win fight for Shushu because, title shot is in the future. That's nuts. I gotta get my earbuds because I want to hear this. I can't play it too loud because I can't have copyright issues. That's nuts, though. Ninth round knockout. Yeah, what an impressive win by Shushu. in New York City in Madison Square Garden. That was heck of a knockout. Heck of a combo. Yeah, 3 straight right hands. Ooh, a little low blow, but that wasn't going to do much. I knew Shushu had a bright future. New featherweight champion. Ball versus Figueroa already? That fight's next week. Do I fight amateur? I do. I'm not active. I'm not going to be active for a while. I don't know if I ever will. Just logistic wise, I had to stop going. I mean, the gym's like 45 minutes away from me. It was starting to take a toll on me. I was going like 3 times a week, training 6 times a week. It was taking a toll on my body, on my head. I'm not officially retired, but I'm taking a break from fighting. The amount of stress, the amount of anxiety it caused me, the amount of money, the amount of time, just going to have to put it on pause for now. I still love the sport of boxing, but as an amateur competing, I'm going to take a break for a while. Maybe forever, who knows. And that's funny though with Jerome Miller. Yeah, Jamie, I appreciate that. I'm going to. I'll get into it more. I like just lifting weights now. the cardio part was hard. It was just hard. Weight cutting. I was preparing for a fight, and the weight cut also was just getting terrible to me. I'm in a weird position. I'm 6'2", but I walk around like 185. Cutting just like 5 to 10 pounds makes me feel like crap. And then the next division's like 185 to 200 pounds. And I don't know. I just can't keep up with that. Sometimes you just gotta, admit to yourself, like, maybe this lifestyle is not always for me. I've been doing it for 5 years, sparring, hundreds of rounds. Takes a toll on you. Headaches after sparring. Shushu versus Espinoza. That'd be a really good one. Two tall featherweights. Espinoza, much taller, of course. Have I met any famous boxers? Oh, yeah. You see this guy right here, Kelly Pavlik. Hold on. There we go. Right here, Kelly Pavlik, former unified middleweight champion of the world. That picture's signed. You can't really see it from here because he signed right over his picture. But I got that signed at the Boxing Hall of Fame. Got a picture with him. Got a picture with Mickey Ward. Got a picture with Sean Porter. Who else did I get a picture with? Eric Morales, Michael Nunn at the Boxing Hall of Fame this year. Who else did I get pictures with? I don't even know. Let me look, actually. Let's see. Not Tito Trinidad. I got a picture of Tito Trinidad, but never got the chance to get a picture with him because he was sworn by everybody. He's a big fan. Yeah, so that's it. Kelly Pavlik was one of my favorite boxers. I got a picture with him and got his autograph, which was awesome. So, yeah, I went to Boxing Hall of Fame back in June. That was fun. That was really fun. About 4 hours where I live. It's a far drive, so I probably won't go back this year. But, definitely will go back in the future. I also saw Manny Pacquiao. I didn't get a picture with him, but I saw him in person. I remember when he boxed Jermaine Taylor. Yeah, that was one of the most popular fights of the 2000s. That's what he was known for. That massive comeback knockout. That's when he really took off. Yeah. Drake May or Sam Darnold for the Super Bowl? So, I'm rooting for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Sam Darnold coming from the Jets, a terrible organization, got passed around like a blunt, went to the Panthers, went to the 49ers, went to the Vikings, and now he's on to the Seahawks. And now he's going to the Super Bowl. So I'm rooting for Seahawks and Sam Darnold. That'll be awesome to see. I'm also a Steelers fan, so they have 6 Super Bowls. Patriots have 6 Super Bowls. We're tied at most Super Bowls in the NFL. I'd prefer it stays that way. I'd prefer the Steelers to win a Super Bowl next year, soon, so they get 7, but I don't want the Patriots taking the lead. So I'm rooting for the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks also are just a better team. I think that they should win this fight. They should win this game. So that's what I think. I didn't realize you're 6'2". Yeah, 6'2". Try to use my height to my advantage in boxing, and it works a lot. But, I picked up the sport at 18. Took it serious really at like 20. And, I just wasn't really also trained. Didn't have the time to get trained really to use my length, use my reach. So it was hard. That's why I'm just enjoying boxing as a fan, enjoying boxing as a commentator. 6'5". What sports did you do growing up? You got to use that height to your advantage, man. Yeah, it gets like that. I was the same way. I played basketball for like 4 or 5 years when I was young, and then after my freshman year of high school, I just didn't enjoy it that much. So I stopped playing basketball. I like playing pickup basketball, just shooting the hoops and all, but... So we got Keyshawn Davis next. I'm tired. If you watch every fight live stream I do, watch along I do, I'm always yawning. Mainly because the fights come on at like 10 o'clock Eastern time, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock sometimes even. And, I'm tired. And I usually have a long day beforehand. Just chilling now. Waiting for the Keyshawn Davis fight now. How did you get a good chin in boxing? You got to... I thought I had a good chin. I took some punches. What's up, ISO, Roscoe? How do you get a good chin in boxing? It's usually something that you have or you don't have. You could strengthen your neck. You could get used to taking punches. What decisions in boxing would you change if you go back in time? Oh my goodness. Where do I start? First one would be Lomachenko versus Haney. Lomachenko won that fight. Second thing I would change would be Manny Pacquiao. Most recently, Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. I thought Manny Pacquiao did enough to win that fight. What decisions in boxing would you change? I'm trying to think. Hey, I would change one of the Fury versus Usyk fights, and I'll tell you why. I'm a huge Tyson Fury fan. Seeing him lose to Usyk, even though I think Usyk won, but still, just if I could change the decision just because, I'd change it. One of the fights. I would change probably Bivol over Beterbiev. I thought Bivol won that first fight. There's so many. I can't even think off the top of my head right now. That was a good question, actually. Speaking of Oscar versus Floyd Mayweather. People thought Oscar won that fight. George Foreman versus Shannon Briggs. That was Floyd's... I keep saying Floyd. That was George Foreman's last fight of his career. So what's your name in it on Instagram? Hagler versus Leonard. It's a very controversial fight. I personally thought Leonard did enough to win. I'm sorry. I did. I had it 6-5-1 actually. I had it one round as a draw. That's rare, but bro, what's your username though? Is your username? I don't know. I apologize if I don't know. Oh yeah, I know you now. I had to look you up. What's good? Yeah, Foreman versus Briggs. Excuse me, I'm tired. Hearns versus Leonard too, definitely. That was scored a draw, and Hearns did enough to win. Leonard even admitted that decades later that Leonard lost that fight. Yeah, I do watch parties. Usually on big fights. Usually when I have the time to do it. I think my last watch party was Yarde versus Benavidez. That's when Haney also upset Brian Norman. Did I do? No, I don't think I did Canelo versus Crawford. I mean, that was a huge fight, but I don't think I had... Yeah, I think I watched that fight comfortably on my couch. Mainly because it was only one fight. And usually I prefer to do watch parties on like good cards so I could get like 2-3 fights out of it. But no, I don't believe I did that one. No, I did not. Yeah. If I can prevent certain fight outcomes from happening, I wish Pacquiao never got knocked out like that. Yeah, Canelo. I'm a big fan of Canelo, and I was hoping he would win. You know, I enjoyed watching Canelo's career. He's a legend. Best resume in boxing, hands down, has the best resume in boxing right now. And yeah, I was bummed when he lost, but that was one of a awesome performance by Crawford. If you haven't already, to everybody watching, make sure to vote in the poll. Who do you have winning, Teo versus Shakur? Right now, Teo's leading the poll with 57%, which is surprising. I have Shakur winning, but definitely, of course, a 50-50 fight, maybe a 51-49% fight in favor of Shakur, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. C, with that. Yeah, Canelo he was just outmatched, though. I mean, he couldn't keep up with those combos from Terrence Crawford. He didn't pressure, he didn't cut off the ring like he should have. I mean, Terrence Crawford was beating Canelo at his own game, inside fighting, pressure fighting, manhandling him. A guy bumping up to weight divisions. Now, realistically, Crawford is the same size. Oh, my back. See, Crawford would lose to a guy like any type of Eastern European guy, any type of Asian guy. Like, we saw what he did against Israel Majimov. He struggled. That was his hardest fight. Guy who constantly moves in and out, up and down, changes levels. I don't want to say he'd lose to B-Ball because that's not really a fair fight to really make because B-Ball is 175. But if Majimov and Crawford fought 10 times, maybe Majimov beats him once at least. So now we're having Ortiz versus Keyshawn Davis. Also, guys, I appreciate everybody watching. If you subscribe to my channel, I'm going to get 25,000 subscribers. Mr. C, that's a good question. Roach being fired, I mean, it brings up the question if Roach was also the good trainer enough for Floyd. You know what I mean? If Roach was the guy for Manny to have in his Floyd fight. If Manny had a different trainer, would he have done better against Floyd? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Keyshawn Davis. Excuse me, not a good character in boxing, especially what he did last year with that locker room fight. You know, jumping a guy, that's dirty. That's a bum move. He's a good fighter, can't deny that, but I'm rooting for Ortiz in this. You know, Mirza Zaliev, he lost today, though. So it is... I don't know if he would beat Crawford. I think Crawford would be able to beat him. But it'd be some type of Eastern European guy. There's only so many good ones, though, nowadays. Excuse me, gentlemen. Or ladies, if you're watching. I doubt any ladies are watching, but I'm tired. And I get like this every single watch party. It's 11 o'clock, almost 11 o'clock, had a long day. But I'm still going to do this because I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to all you guys. Tim Tszyu, I was just thinking about him today, like seeing Baccarat beat him. We thought Baccarat would be the boogeyman because Tim Tszyu, I mean, that cut he had on his forehead against Fundura, that changed a lot. That changed a lot of his career. I think if that cut never happened, I think he simply would have beat Fundura. I really think so. And it ruined his confidence. He's active, which I really like about him. He's active. In his second fight with Fundura, I think he looked pretty good. He was starting to come back, starting an early brawl. Then he just gave up on the stool. It happens. I don't know if he'll ever become champion again, though. Who has the best chance of beating Crawford now? At 168, nobody. Nobody's beating Crawford. I mean, he's retired, but I don't think anybody's beating him. Yeah, Charlo probably would have beat him. You know, the question really is, you have to ask yourself, was Tim Tszyu really ever that good to begin with, you know? No, none of those guys are beating Crawford. Resendiz basically has the same style as Canelo, you know? And Shiraz, maybe, with a good reach, potentially. But I think Crawford would beat those guys as well. Thomas Taylor, the referee for Keyshawn Davis versus Ortiz. Thomas Taylor's probably my favorite referee in the game. Yeah, he does. He walks, he pressures more and has more volume. I agree with that, but I don't think it'll be that much of a difference for Crawford. Shiraz would be the more challenging fighter for Crawford, definitely, because like he's super lanky, like you said. But I got to see more from Shiraz. Good win over Berlanga, but I need to see more from him. I agree with you there, Mr. C. You got to move. You know what I mean? And that's a good point. You know, coming into this fight with Teofimo and Shakur. Shakur's going to try to counter. I know Teo's going to have to be the aggressor. Teo's going to need to move. Mr. C. Hold on. Never mind. I thought you were somebody else. I know my fault. So this is that super lightweight. 13-0 Keyshawn Davis is former champ. I forgot he became champ. Well, I knew he was champion, but I forgot he only had like 13 fights. Apparently, Xander Zayas is losing. Yeah, your Showbiz was right about that with Teo. He's very athletic. He gets in a flow a lot. He moves, and once he gets in the flow, he could be more fluid. I agree with that. But we'll see, really, with that. Yeah, it just started now. Oof, Manny Pacquiao probably wouldn't have lost to Tim Bradley. Probably wouldn't have lost to Jeff Horn. Probably wouldn't have lost to Marquez. Probably wouldn't have a lot of losses in his career. Hold on, I'll be right back. Now, throughout this next like half hour, I might mute, pause. And that's only because my fiance came out for work, so that's all. So in case if I pause, stay tuned. Oh, I thought you'd be doing comment. Yeah, I will be doing commentary for the You're right. Commentary. I will be doing commentary for the Teo and Shakur fight, the main event. But for this fight, I'll just do time to time commentary. So once the Teo and Shakur fight comes on, stay tuned. I'll do some commentary, round by round commentary there. But this is just the undercard, still co-main, so I'm just talking with you guys. Don't mind me. Got allergies. So what happens when I flip this camera if I need to? All right, folks, I'm back. Anyway, it's round 4. Don't know who's winning. Apologize. Keyshawn just jabbed him up pretty good. So, yeah, I'm looking at this fight now. They're moving. They're both exchanging. But I would say Keyshawn's winning the rounds. I think that was just end of round 4. Yeah, I think just because Ortiz gave Teofimo a hard fight, and he also fought Loma, 12 rounds. So he's a good challenger. Definitely a unique style, but yeah, I assume Keyshawn's going to win. I'm just curious how Keyshawn's inactivity is going to affect him, if it will. Man, I should be a cut man. I want to be a cut man in boxing. I don't know. Some dude, comes back to the corner after a round, eyes gashed open, nose is leaking. This eye's swollen shut. At that point, I guess you would just call it off. I mean, I wouldn't call it off, but the doctor probably would. I'm not a big fan of blood, but I feel like in a situation with boxing, I've bled before. My opponent's bled before. I got opponent's blood on me. Funny enough, my first fight, I had blood on me from my opponent. My second fight, I had blood on me from my own blood. My headgear still has blood on it and it's stained in the cushion part. I bleed a lot easy in boxing. One punch to the nose, my nose is bleeding. It's just how it is. That's how some people are. I wouldn't say one punch, but I think maybe a hard punch, like right on the tip, right where the cartilage and bone meets. Yeah, these pay-per-views, I'm hating them. The thing with UFC, which I'm starting to like, is they don't even do pay-per-views anymore. They signed the deal with Paramount Plus, and that's only like, I don't know, what, $10 or something now a month? 88 Chavez for 91 Whitaker. Good fight. I think Whitaker wins. It's a good fight, though. Do you feel the effects of boxing to this day? No, not that I know of. I mean, I played football for 11 years and then boxed for 5. Also played rugby for a year. I do stutter a lot, but I don't know. I'm not going to say that's from boxing and all. My memory issues aren't bad, I wouldn't say. But I slur words and stutter, which could be from boxing, could be from football, could just be me as a person. Because people do have a stutter issue, of course, and it has nothing to do with brain damage. It's just a thing. I don't really recall a stutter when I was young. Growing up, I kind of noticed a stutter over the past few years, but it is what it is. Body-wise, though, I have elbow pain a lot, and it came from boxing. Tennis elbow, it's called, when you just have like an inflammation in the tendons in your elbow. To this day, I still get pain. I sat out like basically a whole year from boxing. In 2023 to 2024, basically, I was in between that period. I was out for a while. If I throw a hook, sharp pain right here. If I try to curl something, like a barbell curl something, sharp pain. If I extend out my arm too quick, sharp pain. Yeah, some boxers doesn't affect them. You'd be surprised. Like George Foreman, he took massive punches at the heavyweight division. Fought Ali, fought Frazier, fought Ken Norton, fought Evander Holyfield, fought Tommy Morrison, fought Shannon Briggs, Michael Moore. A lot of power punchers. A lot of fights, over 60-some fights George Foreman had in his career. Took a lot of shots. And his speech was fine all the way up until he passed away. No signs of slurring, no signs of memory issues. Sugar Ray Leonard's okay. He's starting to slur, I'm noticing. Marvin Hagler kind of slurred a bit. But Canelo seems fine. But Canelo was always known as a guy with a great chin. He arguably has the best chin in boxing right now for current fighters. Triple G always had a good chin. Of course, we'll see in a few years. If it's hard because Triple G doesn't really speak English, so I don't really know what's slurring or stuttering in Kazakhstan language. Oh, Tommy Hearns, yeah, it's bad with how he talks, and Shane Mosley is starting to show it. I know they interviewed him when he was like working with Devin Haney. I think it was for the fight, not his last fight with Norman, but the fight before that. He was slurring bad. James Toney is terrible now. Good shot by Ortiz. A little lead hand. Little lead left hand. Ortiz is a southpaw. AJ Brown in the locker room. Well, I can't speak on a different trainer for Manny Pacquiao, but if he was healthy, because I know he had that shoulder issue, I don't know how much it affected him, of course, but I mean, it matters. I just wish we would have saw Manny and Floyd 5 years earlier than we did. 5, 6, 7, 8 years earlier than we actually did. But yeah, it's unfortunately he wasn't 100%. He wasn't fully healthy. For Canelo, it needs to be a tune-up. It can't be for a belt. He could win again. I mean, he could become champion again. I think he just needs a nice tune-up, confident tune-up. He's been needing to gain his confidence for a while now, even before the Crawford fight. I mean, ever since the John Ryder fight, he knocked a guy down. You know, he knocked down Charlo, he knocked down Ryder, he knocked down Berlanga, knocked down Munguia, but couldn't stop them. We need that Canelo who could stop his opponents. Well, good counter from Ortiz. I think Floyd beats Manny at 130, though, too. Floyd was great at 130. Back to Canelo, I don't know who he should fight. Eubank would be good. I think he could beat Eubank. I think if he was to fight somebody like Resendiz, I think he'd beat him. I don't know, some top 15 guy. Maybe if no one even heard about him, just something to get his confidence back and then go into 2027. But I don't know, he's just getting only older. I wish we would have saw Canelo versus Benavidez over these past 2-3 years. But I think that's too late now. I think if Canelo fought Benavidez, it'd have to be at 175. No way Benavidez cuts down to 168. If Canelo bumps up to 175, he's not winning. 2-3 years ago, if Canelo bumped up to 175 and fought Benavidez, sure, not now. If Canelo fought Benavidez at 168 2 or 3 years ago, I'd say Canelo would win. But just now, I think Benavidez is just in his prime, obviously. I think he beats Canelo if he fought. Yeah, he definitely trouble him. I think welterweight was the division for Manny to beat Floyd if he was to. Yeah, Tyson Fury's fighting that Makhmudov guy in April, which should be a win. I'm excited for that. We have to see Fury versus Joshua though. I'd be very disappointed if we don't see that fight. It only makes sense. Two British guys, sure they're past their prime, but they still have something left in the gas tank for both of them. The fight needs to be made. It could be made this year. I mean, realistically, keep Fury active. He fights in April. Maybe he gets a fight. Takes a May, June, July, August rest. Fights back in late July, early August. Maybe Wardley for the title. Wins that. And then fights AJ in, I don't know, October, November. But if you win it in Wembley, I'm sure Wembley, November is not going to be very warm. I'm looking up biggest closed stadiums in the UK. Nah, that fight needs to happen in Wembley. Let's not even try to have a substitute. Wembley has a covered sliding roof? No, it's not completely sealed though. It covers every seat. Nah, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They're not. It's not covered, is it? How would Pax career change if he went undisputed at featherweight in 04, super featherweight in 06? I don't know. He'd probably stay there at those divisions longer. It's funny too. It's not funny. It's crazy when you think about it. Pac never even unified in his career. 8 division world champion, which is awesome, but he really never unified. Just crazy. Yeah, this is Davis's fight. He's basically won like 7 rounds by now, so assuming Ortiz doesn't knock him out or stop him. This is Keyshawn Davis's fight. Ortiz has a weird style, and he's been landing some good counters, some good punches. So we're done round 9. Only a few more rounds to go. The GOAT of boxing, Harry Greb. It's hard to say Harry Greb's the GOAT of boxing when he has no footage. Alright, he's definitely an all-time great, but it's just hard to say he's the GOAT of boxing. Excuse me, my goodness, I keep yawning. It's hard to say he's the GOAT of boxing when there's no footage. It's hard. Who do I think the GOAT is? To answer your question, I think it's Muhammad Ali, though, still. Basically had 2 Hall of Fame careers, one before he got suspended, one after. Incredible resume. Frazier, Liston, Patterson, Archie Moore, George Foreman, Ken Norton, Larry Holmes, even though he lost to him, which he was past his prime, well past his prime. Cleveland Williams, Bob Foster. Yeah, definitely Muhammad Ali. Then second, then it basically opened really after second best. You could say Sugar Ray Robinson. You could say Roberto Duran. You could say Manny Pacquiao. You could say Harry Greb, Henry Armstrong. But you could say Floyd. Ali is definitely, in my opinion, number 1. I know it's always a cliche answer, but it's a cliche and common answer for a reason. Yeah, I know, but it just listen. It's hard for me to also at that era. It's just hard. I mean, you put any of those guys that Harry Greb fought or beat, put them in today's era, put them in an era past the '60s. I think they lose. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to disrespect those guys, but I saw training clips of Harry Greb. I mean, it looks like it just I don't know. I respect putting Harry Greb. He's definitely an all-time great, like I said. But those guys from the 20s, the 1910s, it's hard to say that they're the GOAT. 45-0, beating the most Hall of Famers is absolutely incredible. I know there was a clip I even posted on my channel. Gene Tooney posted how Harry Greb was the hardest he ever fought. I think he broke his nose. And I believe that. Gene Tooney's an all-time great. But just to put him as the greatest of all time, it's hard. So I can definitely trust and believe that Harry Greb was a GOAT. Hey, and I'll also agree though with Harry Greb that if you put Harry Greb in today's world with the training we have today, how good they'd be. Like imagine Sugar Ray Robinson with today's training. Down goes Ortiz from a big body shot. Alright, he gets up though. Just end the fight so we can move on. Yeah, Keyshawn's trying to end this fight. Let's see if he does, though. He landed a big body shot on Ortiz and hits the canvas. But Keyshawn just hasn't beat. I think it's the last round for this fight. I mean, Ortiz is beat up. Ortiz is tough. A good question about the Usyk. I think it was a very, very close punch. I think it was fair, though. I think, yeah, Usyk got him up anyway, and he ended up knocking him out with the jab. Dubois should have capitalized off it. He didn't. And he got knocked out instead. You got this guy. Spamming. Ortiz goes down. They stop the fight. Just 11 seconds left in the 12th round in the fight. And Thomas Taylor calls it off. It was the right decision, though. in my opinion, the greatest fighters in the modern era. Manny Pacquiao, Usyk, Bernard Hopkins, Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather. I think that's all fair. B-Hop especially. I mean, B-Hop, people forget. People forget B-Hop was, undisputed, and then champion for a while into his late 40s. I think that's good, actually. I think that's a pretty good list. I would put Oscar De La Hoya in there over Canelo, if I'm being honest. I mean, if we're going, it depends on what you define modern era. If you're only saying the 2000s, then no, I would not put Oscar De La Hoya. But if you include the 90s, which really would not be the modern era, so yeah. But yeah, like you said, the 90s. Andre Ward could make a good case. I think Canelo is better than Andre Ward. Yeah, I mean, Oscar was a six division world champion. Joe Calzaghe can make the case too, but I don't think he's better than any of those guys you have in your top six. I'd say Joe Calzaghe, Andre Ward are top 10. Inoue is definitely top 10. I'm going to take a quick break then soon, guys. We'll probably see the Keyshawn. All right, Keyshawn won, by the way. We'll probably see the Teo and Shakur fight be announced shortly. Inoue's probably 8 or 9, yeah. I mean, I had Inoue as my fighter of the year. 4 undisputed fights this year. And probably at like number 10, you probably have like Roman Gonzalez, maybe Loma. Maybe Miguel Cotto. Triple G, maybe. I mean, Triple G's resume wasn't the best. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oscar, Mosley, Trinidad. If they fought individually, Oscar would go undisputed at this division. So would Mosley, so would Trinidad. Now, if they all fought together in this division, they'd be the top 3. But yeah, no one's beating those guys. Trinidad's left hook was amazing. All right, fellas. I'm going to take a quick break. Probably be back in like 10 minutes, maybe. All right, that'll probably be around the time when we start to see the walkouts. I appreciate all you guys in the comments. Hey, come back 5-10 minutes. Let's enjoy this fight. I'll be doing more commentary, more involved into the fight. So, hope to see you guys then. I'm still keep this live stream going. I'm just going to mute myself and flip the camera. So, I'll be back. Fellas, we are back. And we are just getting started with the walkout. Okay. Let's go. Jeez, Turkey put on some pounds. And Volkanovski won? Shakur's getting announced now. Is that a little baby walking him out? No, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Yeah, he did fight today. He got knocked out. William Skull. I don't know how he became champ, man. So Teo's walking out right now. I like Shakur. I like Teo. I like both fighters. You know? Honestly, yeah, you're right, dude. I mean, I don't blame the ring in Turkey. I mean, they paid him all that money just for him to circle and run for 12 rounds. That's crazy. I mean, he took that bag. He took advantage of that $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, however. Took no damage against Canelo. And, you know, living with it. I don't blame him at all, but I don't blame also the ring for saying, hey, no more opportunities. No more wasting our time. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure to use the poll in the comments. Who do you have winning? Teo or Shakur? I'd also appreciate if you subscribed. Help me get the 25,000 subscribers. Right now, we have Teofimo getting called out now. So I'm going to try to commentate as much as possible throughout this fight. Try to give you a round by round. We have 20 viewers now. I appreciate everybody watching. I also posted my link on Reddit. I do that a lot because, hey, why not, right? I comment a lot on boxing. Put the link in. People tune in. I appreciate it. But it is what it is. Teo's getting walked down now. Two guys from New York. Doesn't matter where they grew up in or this and that. Born in New York. Madison Square Garden. I wish I would have went to this fight, but the tickets were too much. I don't know. I just driving 3 hours for me to go see a fight by myself too. I'd be by myself. Hopefully one day I make it big enough where I get an invite to one of these. But what's up, everybody? Why do I spam this on Reddit? Because it's viewers, right? I put the link in, people click. I mean, it's just how it works, man. But I appreciate you. I like to give people a chance. If they don't like what I post, well, they could click off. If they enjoy it, well, that'd be great. But God bless, dude. I appreciate you watching at least. How far are you from New York City? So I'm in Central PA. I'm about 3 hours from New York City. And it's hard getting there. Like, I'm not going to drive into the city. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm not a big showbiz fan when it comes to his takes. I used to comment. I used to be a fan of his. I used to comment on his stuff a lot, be a supporter of his because he was similar to me. Boxing commentator on YouTube, freelancer, doing live streams. I commented one day on his Instagram. He did like a top 10 rankings, but it wasn't like your typical top 10 pound for pound rankings. It was like some different weird rankings. And I was just curious, like, what are the qualifications, this and that. He didn't explain in the caption or nothing. So how's I supposed to know? He's like, oh, I'm not going to keep explaining this. If if you know, you know. Just like cocky attitude. So I was like, all right, screw this dude. But maybe that was me just being soft and taking it personal. With that said, it is still pretty cool to see him succeed the way he did. I know he's ringside right now in this fight. And that's awesome. And it kind of gives me a little hope. Like, hey, some guy like him, freelance YouTuber, started from the bottom. And now, doing interviews with fighters. Will I make it that big? Probably not, but it's cool to see. I simply just don't have the time. Like, I don't have the time to do a live watch party for every single fight. I don't have the time to do a daily show like Showbiz does. I don't have the time to make videos in every single boxing news. I wish I did, but I don't. I have a full-time job. I have activities outside of that. If I could, I'd be posting every day. If I could, I'd be doing a live watch party every single fight. I would have did a live watch party for the Josh Kelly fight earlier today. We got Jawalkies. Okay, that's pretty cool. Exactly. One day I could get gut punched by Canelo. Interview Shakur. Teo has a pretty interesting walkout right now. These dances are cool. On one hand. Oh, geez, he banged his head off the ground. Here comes Teo. Listen, no matter what you think of Teo, he's a showman. He's entertaining. He's entertaining, man. That's why I like him. Teo's walking off, pretty interesting. That's what I just like about Teo. He could put on a fight. He could promote a fight. He could entertain the viewers. And he sold this fight. I mean, Shakur barely didn't do much, and that's just Shakur's persona, and that's okay, but Teo really sold this. If he does, that'd be awesome. What's up, Boxing Bros UK? Who do I got? I got Shakur, but this is a very close fight. I don't know. If I had to bet money, though, I think Shakur's going to win by decision off the back foot circling. Slap and run style, basically. And honestly, it'd be stupid for Shakur not to do that. I mean, that's his style. That's how he wins. I want Teo to win. I just think Shakur's going to win. Yeah, that group chat I saw is funny that we have. If anybody's interested in our boxing group chat on Instagram, let me know. I'll add you. This thing been active for like 3-4 years now. It's hilarious, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Chino's. He's always trolling. So is Rizwan. It used to be fun like a year ago. It used to be fun like a year ago when it was like Rizwan always active, people always arguing. It's still active. It's just someone said Shakur's a cheese ball. They're still announcing. They're announcing Teo now, so we're gonna get this fight ready. I agree. I'm grateful for this group chat. It's fun. Here we go. About to start this now. Let's get after it. Bell's about to ring soon. I appreciate everybody watching so far. Here we go. Bell rung. Teo being aggressive. Shakur's going to be fighting off the back foot. He already is. Teo needs to cut the ring off. He can't be too aggressive. He's explosive already, though. I like it. He's popping that jab pretty good. I mean, Teo's making multiple levels. So Shakur's feinting a lot. Teo's feinting, but he's trying to commit more to his punches. Oh yeah, Shakur just countered him there. Like I knew it would happen. They're the same size. Oh, good punches there by Teo. Teo has to be quick. Good jab by Shakur. Another good jab. Shakur has to be quick. Oh yeah, good punch by Shakur. This is Shakur's first fight at 140. This is a close round. 30 seconds left to go. I just don't know. Shakur's countering with that jab. I knew that would happen. Teo would try to get in and Shakur would counter him. Teo's the aggressor, but Shakur's countering. I don't know. This is a close round. Really close round. If this fight's going to be like this all night, it's going to be hard to score, but it's going to be entertaining. An advertisement already? All right, round two. I have it. Shakur 1-0. Teo won like the first half of that round, but then Shakur did more. Just good countering. I knew he would. Teo's going to try to get in, try to jump in quick. Shakur's going to jab, counter. That's what we saw in the first round. But we'll see. I mean, Shakur's going to have to time that perfectly all night. Ooh, good counter again by Shakur. Yeah, that fight was the pit that Shakur had. It was amazing. I mean, people asked him to fight in the inside. He did. But right now, they're basically just repeating the first round, trying to find their distance. It's a chess match. Teo counter good there. Teo's trying to create angles, and I like that. I mean, that's what he needs to do to get inside. He needs to be explosive doing it. Shakur's countering. Yeah, going jab for jab, Shakur's going to win that. I mean, he already did in the first round. Shakur slipped. Hit the canvas, but it was a slip. They're keeping the range good. I mean, Shakur's sitting on his back foot. He's more in the center of the ring now. But anytime Teo tries to make a move, Shakur has an answer for it. Give me that round for Shakur. 2-0. Shakur's just countering him, man. Shakur is countering, dude. Telling y'all, man. I mean, Teo just can't reach. Teo just can't hit him. Three-0 Shakur, man. 3-0 Shakur. Round 4. This is Theo's fight. I'm just mad because I'm not mad. I've said this all along that Teo's going to try to be aggressive and he's going to pay it for it. And it's been happening. I mean, Shakur's hitting him with so many counters. I say I'm mad because I've been saying this stuff all the time about all my fights, predictions. I don't get the credit I deserve. Shakur's just snapping his head back. Ooh. What's that? 4 rounds to Shakur now? good counters. I mean, he's making Teo pay. Man, I hate that I said all this. I don't get the recognition I deserve. Five nothing Shakur. If this keeps going like this, I'm gonna end it because this fight's kind of predictable at this point. Just like I knew it would. Like I knew it would. It's February 1st already? Another slip from Teo. I told y'all, man. I appreciate everybody watching this, but I'm telling you, I knew Shakur would win. Shakur's just countering. Maybe it's time for Teo to leave his head coach. Shakur's just whooping. I mean, he won every round so far. I mean, Shakur's making this look easy. Shakur's about to shut him out. Couple more rounds, I'm about to just call this a night. I told y'all, man. Shakur UD. Shakur wins this round, he wins the fight. And he's about to win this fight. Teo's dad's a bum. That's bad. Last round before I turn it off. Teo's dad's a bum. Talk about power. No, obviously. Give Shakur his respect. I appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to turn this live stream off so soon. Shakur won like I knew he would. Good little counter from Teo, but Shakur already won. He already won his 7 rounds. He won the first 7 rounds. As long as Shakur doesn't hit the canvas, he's going to win this fight. Yeah, Shakur just has him frustrated. Maybe Teo did win that round, but it's not enough. Well, folks, I appreciate everybody watching today. This is a shutout. I mean, Shakur is just completely outclassing him. It's almost 1 o'clock, so I gotta get ready for bed. I'll watch the rest on my phone or something, but I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate all the comments earlier. I'll make some recap videos tomorrow, have them posted. But hey, great night. Hope you all have a good night. I'm out, guys. Peace.